Hey, what's happening, y'all? It's me coming back at you again with another vid. Well, as the plot thickens, things just get more interesting by the minute, or every second, when it comes to the heavyweight division. I should say. Now, according to this report here, it turns out that long, drawn-out appeal process, between Deontay Wilder and Alexander Povetkin, which was a $4.3 million judgment case, it's flipped the script a bit. Or I should say not a bit, it's flipped the script a lot. It turns out that Povetkin's team, World of Boxing, which is ran by Andre Ryanbensky, they've won a $4.3 million judgment claim or appeals claim against Deontay Wilder. Now, according to this report here, they have claimed that as a victory based over the council fight that was supposed to take place back in March of 2016. All right. Now, according to, was it May or March? Okay, I think it was May. I could be wrong, but I think it was May. But anyways, now, according to the representatives from Ford Legal, working for Povetkin and his promoter, Ryanbensky, which is their legal team, a New York court has awarded the Russian boxer's team $4.3 million, which was frozen in an escrow account after the council bout in 2016. Which R Sport reported on Friday, which is today. Now, escrow accounts involve third parties handling funds through the process of a transaction between two parties. Now, quote, "The decision of the District Court of New York can certainly be considered a victory," reads a statement by the legal team of R Sport. The company also added, however, but this dispute is still continuing. Okay. Furthermore, the decision can be appealed within 30 days, but Povetkin's lawyers have already demanded the escrow agent to return the money. Povetkin's team will carefully study the 48-page decision to think about their further steps, including legal actions, because the sides still have to fight for the multi-million-dollar reputational requirements, the statement says. Now, I guess that refers to the defamation suit that was brought on to Wilder's team on behalf of Ryanbensky. And now let's not forget that Ryanbensky did pull this defamation suit against Don King years ago when it pertained to I think it was the Guillermo Jones and the Dennis Ledebev situation. Anyways, furthermore, the information was also confirmed by World Boxing CEO Andre Ryanbensky. He said here, quote, "A few hours ago, we won the court case in New York against Wilder's team. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Anyone, and I mean anyone, I'm paraphrasing there, that wants to offend or assault my guys will have to pay for it." Ouch. Oh, man. End quote. I'll leave it at that. All right. So here's the deal. They've won the first preliminary process of this judgment, Povetkin's team, yes. But nonetheless, Wilder's team does have 30 days to go ahead and appeal that decision, which was handed down by the judge in the Federal District Court of New York. Okay, I'm not sure which district it came from, but I'll go ahead and look further into that. But needless to say, though, Povetkin's team can't quite jump the gun yet. They still got to wait on Wilder's team to file an appeal within 30 days. Now, if they fail to file an appeal within 30 days, they could go ahead and reclaim the money. But nonetheless, they can't do it unless Wilder's team does. If they do file the appeal, they have to wait on to that decision is being ruled, I should say. So with that said, it's a minor victory for Povetkin's team. It's not a conclusive victory. They still got ways to go because, again, according, with the filings and the court proceedings here in the United States, you won a preliminary argument, but the other party does have 30 days to appeal the decision. Now, apparently, I think based off this language, I think Wilder's team is going to appeal it, and we'll have to see from there where the ruling stands from that point. But needless to say, I would, if I were Eddie Hearn or Anthony Joshua, I would view the situation very, very diligently. And what I mean by that is that when it comes to financial disputes or any type of financial realm of the situation, you're not going to beat Ryanbensky, Povetkin, or any of the other backers behind him when it comes to finances. So, Eddie Hearn, my message to you, If you don't want that fight in Russia, you're going to have to work very, very hard to entice Povetkin and his team to have the fight in the UK. Now, if you can pull that off, my hat's off to you. But other than that, you do have 2 weeks to come up with a deal, and I'm sure you've come up with a deal already. You just got to wait for the announcement. If you can't do that in 2 weeks, man, then you can forget about winning that purse bid, and Anthony Joshua is going to have to defend his title in Russia. So I pray and I hope that fight does not take place in Russia. To be honest with you, I really hope it doesn't. So let's see what happens from from there. So, anyways, let me know what your thoughts about this. Do you think this is a minor victory for Povetkin's team? In other words, do you agree with me, or do you disagree that this is actually a huge victory where Wilder's team cannot win an appeal on this? Not saying that they could, but it's a possibility that they could win an appeal. Now, the situation is based off this Macedonia situation. That's the reason why Wilder's team wanted to be compensated, because of the fact that they spent all the hours and and the equipment to get prepared for this fight, and it gets canceled due to the fact that Povetkin failed the drug test. Now, needless to say, there was no one could prove that Povetkin had consumed the drug after it was banned. It was very difficult to prove that. So that's why Ryan Bensky's team have filed this appeal, and which was won over in court ultimately based off the decision. So this is what this is all about. So let me know what your thoughts about this. I'm out. Oh, one more thing. It's also worth to note that even though no one could prove that Povetkin had consumed Macedonia after it was banned back in early 2016, but Povetkin's team actually had a very difficult time trying to present an argument that Macedonia could be held in discretion for stretches of time, and they could not prove that case, because it was very bizarre to me that how a man could pass 3 drug tests and fail the 4th one based off the fact that you had legal limits found in his system. So that was one situation they could not convince the judge or anyone else in that, a medical expert in that situation. So it was very difficult to understand that. So that was worth pointing out. But let me know what your thoughts about this. I'm out. Peace.